being gone last week, but it was an exciting week at Brother. We had a blast. So much of a blast that I didn't take a single picture, except for in my class taking pictures of people of using the Artspira app. So we planned, Heather and I had planned on going live, but we just could not work it out. Couldn't get our schedules to sync. It was kind of crazy. I thought I would give you a little sneak peek today into the Artspira app. It will not be released until this fall, so I'm thinking late September, October timeframe is when it's going to be going. But what it will do for people is that those that don't have My Design Center on their machines but have a wirelessly enabled machine, it will kind of give them a little bit of My Design Center in it, which is kind of a lot of fun. As long as we don't think of this as a digitizing program, I think you all will have a blast with it. I'll share some of my samples first so you can get, my mic is not picking up. Oh, you know, guys, let's try this again. Can you hear me? All right, is that better? Let me know before I get going. Am I sounding better now? Because the last time I came on, I couldn't let it automatically adjust my microphone because it was giving you all that static in the background. So today, all right, much better. Okay, so as long as we don't think of Artspira as a true digitizing program, I think you'll have a blast with it. So now it has feedback. So hold on, let's try this again. I'll just automatically adjust the volume a little bit better. How's that? Better? Well, let me know before I get out of these settings here. Just turn your hearing aids up, and that's hysterical. So, any better? Let me know. Lately, it has been really funky with StreamYard. I'm not sure what they're doing in the background. Usually if I do automatic settings, it does perfectly. So it's not really better. Let's try one more thing. All right, see what happens now. Any better? Or do I still like better but echoes? I don't know what to tell you guys. So maybe try YouTube instead today? Echoes. Should not be any echoes because I have nothing on besides you guys. A hum in the background. Well, even my fan is off today. Let's try one last thing. All right. Now, is that any better? Any better? Let me know. All right. Automatically adjusting is making me too low. Let's try that.
Try this. Huh. Maybe it's because I had the wrong headset attached. Better now? And a buzz. Good now. Okay, so got the right, there we go. All right, perfect. There we go. Got the right headset on. All right, so y'all know that I was doing videos for Brother before we left, so it had the headset on. Oops. Okay. So, Artspira. What can you do with Artspira? Well, the fun thing about it is you can do your own handwriting. So think about this, go outside of the box, and it is fast, quick, and easy. No, there's no futzing with it. You can use it on an Android device or on an iOS device, either one. So these are some towels that I did that were kind of fun. Annoying the cook will result in starvation. The one that you all can't really see is probably my favorite, but it doesn't come over very well. A messy kitchen is a sign my husband cooked. That is mine. You can let your children draw on your device. So I channeled my inner child here, but you can let your kids draw on your own device and let them have fun and play with it. And then stitch it out. It's in their perfect thing, okay? So this is probably one of my favorites of what I did. So this is the same flower on each piece, and I simply changed out the handwriting for the hope, faith, and love. And since it's a single color that you create with, I used my fabric markers to be able to color them in. And then I did this one right here. So I found a dress form and I used the 12 by 5-inch frame for the little 2850D and drew the little dress form across there. And this is my second favorite because I mean, this was originally my first favorite. So this is from the Artspira app and this is actual text on the machine. So those are some of the inspirational samples that I did for them. And considering we've had a non-working version for about all of June, July, I got it working the week before we were able to go back to business. I was pretty excited to be able to get those done. So you can use whatever color thread you want. I was trying to make the towels match. That was one of those things. No, Patty, it will not make your handwriting legible like magic. You will have to work up, but you can bring up something behind you. Oh, I forgot to bring up my monogram. So I used the little Monogram app on my phone, saved a PNG file or a picture file of that and brought it in as a background to trace over. So you can actually have fun and play with this guy. So let me see if I can get it going here and share my screen with you. Let's see here if I can screen mirror. You're going to get a taste of what I did for B2B. It is a sweet little travel machine. It is a really nice little guy. And the Artspira app takes it just one level up. So let's see here. I've shared my screen. So why are we not sharing? Okay, come on. Pop up. Where is it hiding? iPad, got to tell it. I want it to show you. Okay, guys. Now we're ready. Okay, so let's see here. Pop this up. So this is what it looks like, and it's subject to change. You all know that. We're still in the development phases. But down at the bottom, you'll see home, you'll see new, you'll see my creations. That's where the things that you create will live. Your settings is where you'll connect devices, but new is where we're going to go into today. And you're going to touch drawing tools, and then you pick what size hoop you want because you have to have it set within the parameters. If I choose a 5x7 hoop, even if I don't fill that frame, it will snap to that size and will not let me use a smaller frame. So pick the frame that you plan on using. Now, I'm using a little stylus that I bought that's a faux Apple stylus, but here we go. So I'm touch new 4x4. And then across the top, you have a pencil tool, you have an eraser tool, you have your shapes and templates. And as you scroll through, you can see what you've got. You've got drawing shapes, and for each of your drawing shapes, there's pretty much a satin and a run stitch for each of them. But what you do is you tap it, whatever you want to choose, you touch insert, and it inserts it into the screen. So you all know those two fingers the two finger motions that you use for your phones. Squeeze in with two fingers to shrink it, rotate it with one or two fingers, either way. I believe it's two fingers for my device. And if you want to move it, that's a one finger motion. When you're done with that particular one, you'll notice that it's active because it's got the blue square around it. You touch done. If you want to add another one to it, you simply touch the shapes and templates button. Touch the shape that you want to touch insert. You'll notice that it has a blue square around it, and then touch insert. That is the active one that you're working with now. So if you want to shrink it and move it, you can do that as well. When you're done with that one, you touch done. Oops, see, and it's telling me I can't place it outside of the area, so it's not letting me make that mistake. So I can say done. And now I've got two butterflies on my screen. If I want to draw, I can touch the running stitch or the satin stitch. Those are my two stitch options. And you can come in here and just sign. Oops. If you don't like it, touch undo. Now, I'm going to show you another trick. I didn't like my handwriting there. There's a smoothing bar across here, and that smooths it as you draw. So we're going to come in here and make my handwriting a little bit nicer by smoothing it out. When I let go, you'll notice how much prettier that looks. And then I can come in and type in my next line of text. and then you're done. When you're done, you touch next. You can save it or not. I'm not going to save mine today, so I'm just going to say don't save. And then down at the bottom, you have a stitch simulator, and it'll let you watch it stitch. So yes, Patty, they will add shapes and they'll add designs and they'll add all kinds of stuff. And it is a free app. So when we sit here and look at it, we must remember it is free and it is fun. So it actually does quite a bit of fun stuff with it. You say done, and then you select the sewing machine down at the bottom that you want to transfer it to. I think this is my personal machine here, and I touch transfer. Go ahead and say okay, and voila, it's done. It has sent it over the internet and it is ready for me to use. Now that's using built-in content. So let me come up back over here and talk to you a little bit. So that's built-in. That's stuff that you can do that's built in that you don't have to worry about. But you can also bring in artwork and you can trace over the top of it. So let's look at that a little bit and really think of it like a really scaled down version of my design center. It's a really scaled down version of my design center, but it brings that capability down to the lower end machines to where we don't miss it so much when we don't have it anymore. So like the 2850D that you're getting, Patty, for your travel machine, that one's now got jump stitch trimming and color sort on it, which are huge on a 5x7 hoop. I mean, that's the bomb. They're bringing some of that technology down to the lower end machines, which really makes those more attractive, especially for us traveling. We don't lose as much of our technology by going to a smaller size machine to carry to class. Of course, you're losing hoop size, but you're not losing a ton of stuff, which is really cool. Shirley, if you can draw in a continuous line, you could, but you must not pick up your pen or your finger or whatever you're doing. So it's really all about how well you can hold on to the pencil or the pen at that time. So the name of the app is Artspira, and no, you cannot use it on your laptop. It is a device only. So you can use it on your phone, you can use it on a tablet, but you cannot use it on anything running a Windows or a Mac operating system, if that helps you out. So it's not for a laptop. It is basically a mobile device. The beauty of going to a bigger device is that you have a bigger screen to work with, but I can certainly use it on my phone, which is what I had to begin with. So you can have lots of fun with that. As far as I know, Edna, we do not have any plans to do an iPad app itself. The app was on the cloud, and so that's their way of getting around having to develop it for a specific device. The laptop is the only one that I know of that they're going to go that route for. The PC or your Windows or your Mac computers. You're basically your PC. So let's come in here and grab our drawing tools and let's grab a 5x7 inch shape. The little flower that I want, I'm going to put my tablet down so I'm not actually floating in the air. It works very. No, it does not remove overlaps at all. Okay. You have to erase them yourself. So if you don't want it to overlap, don't overlap it. I have found that it's not that huge of a deal if it does overlap some, but remember, the key here is it is a free app and it is fun. So here's my little flower, and I'm going to come and put a little top on it. Let me undo that. Let's make it a little bit snazzier there. Okay. And then I came in and I grabbed my running stitch and just kind of gave it some accents. Well, this time, you know what? Did you see how it rounded that off? I don't want it rounded. This time I want it to stay where I want. So this is my slider bar for my smoothing. I don't want it to smooth. So I'm going to sit here and just now I can kind of just sketch in where I want some accents. And if you want them heavier, you go over them a couple of times. Okay. Now I'm going to come in and grab my satin stitch and I'm going to put in my stem. And this is all I did, guys. Oh, wait a minute. I want it to smooth. So I'm going to undo and make it smoother. And there you go. So this app works on an iPad, Shirley. She was asking about Canvas Workspace. This one works on an iPad. So Artspira is what I'm working on. It works on any tablet and it works on any phone. Okay, it's a mobile app, and it's not going to work on your computer. So, but Edna was asking about Canvas Workspace. The only way to access Canvas Workspace on a mobile device is to go through the web-based version. So, Erin, eventually it will be working with, I don't know if it's going to go down that far or not. I honestly can't tell you that. I know that they've told us that the 325 and the 330D will eventually be able to use this. Canvas Workspace does allow you to go wirelessly to your 230D. So you should be fine with Canvas Workspace. Download. It will be in the App Store, in either your Google Play Store, whatever app store you go to. Okay. Yes, you would get it from your App Store. It's not available yet. You're getting a sneak peek today. I am one of a few people that actually have it on their device. We are still in a beta version, so we're not in full production mode yet. That's one of the reasons that is not hitting the market till late fall. We've still got a few little buggy boos, okay? Not huge, just some things that we would like enhanced, if I should say it that way. So when will it be ready? I'm guessing October, okay? September 27th was the date we were given, but I'm guessing October, okay? That's a solid guess. So if it comes before that, you'll be happy. All right, so then once again, you've got your stitch simulator. Let's go ahead and touch next. I'm not going to save this one, but down here at the bottom, if you want to share what you've done, it will generate a video for your social media, and you can actually share this stitch simulator via social media. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but it'll allow you to add your hashtags and whatever you want to. You cannot share the design itself, but you can share the simulation. All right, so let's go back and discard that one, and let's look at what else we've got. I'm going to go back into the 5x7 hoop, and I'm going to come in and grab a picture here. So you can grab all photos. You can take a picture, the camera right there, if I wanted to take a picture of something. So let's say I want to take a picture of my faith right here. I can touch that, and it will take a picture of that. I can say use that photo, and then it'll allow me to trace over that. Now, you can shrink it in, make it bigger, and you can change the density of the image down here at the bottom to where it's darker or lighter. So if you needed something to go over the top of it, you can go over the top of it. Now I'm going to trash this because I don't want to trace over that. Let's touch done and go back in here and grab another photo. Let's see here. Let's say I want to do this little photo. And once again, you can change the density of the image here. So when you're done, this is what I did for my Nashville. I did not do this particular image, but basically I came in here and I basically just drew over the top of it, and it's a sketching motion here. Don't judge me of my prettiness here for today. Let me come up here and change your orientation so you can see this a little bit better. Hold on. Let me find my mouse. There it is. Let's rotate this so that you can see it. Landscape left. Why did that not do that? Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll just go back with automatic. Evidently, when I'm connected to this, it's not going to do as well. So once again, you'll notice that smoothing bar kind of messed me up. So I'm going to undo it. And let's go back and just draw straight over the top of it. This time with no smoothing so that it'll stay where I want it to stay. Wherever you lift your pen, it's going to drop a jump stitch, just so you know that. It will cut and trim. And you just trace over the top of it. And you go as long as you can keep your hand down. That usually doesn't last that long for me. but that gives you the idea of how you would do it. When you're done, you just say next and keep going. So let me come back over here and let's see if there's any questions. And remember, nobody is actually going to see the artwork behind it, so you're golden. Let's look at my monogram that I did. So let's see here. Let me cancel this one and discard it. And let's see if I can find my monogram that I created in the monogram designer. There we go, right there. So that's a good image density for me to be able to trace over. I picked this satin stitch and you want to smooth it. So I would take that smoothing up. Yes, there are only the 2 hoop sizes. So let's come over and just trace over the top of this. How easy is that? You don't like it, you touch undo, come back and do it again. And if you wanted your H to be underneath the L, I could have traced my H first. And there you go. Now I have a monogram. How fast and easy was that? I mean, it has lots of fun possibilities. So it opens a lot of creative, and yes, it has very similar activities like the My Design Center does, except for it doesn't have all of that. You don't have the fill stitches. You don't have, I mean, it just brings some of that technology down to the lower end machines, but it also is going to work with the Luminaire, any of the wireless machines. So the Luminaire, the 1700, the 3700, the Stellaire. So any of the new ones that are wireless with the internal wireless card, it's going to work with them. It will work with the PR650, the 1055X. So it's going to work with all of those machines if they have wireless. So that should be lots of fun. Now, can I talk about the upgrade, Luminaire upgrade? Yes, Heather and I are actually going to talk a lot about that on Friday. That's going to be in the Education Connection, we're actually going to show you what's update versus what's upgrade. But I can kind of talk about that. That was not my team. So forgive me if I forget a few things, but I think I can give you a pretty good rundown of what it is. On the updates are free, upgrades cost green. Okay. On the update, my nose is itching. In My Design Center, you now have the capability of resizing your shapes by a numerical value. Instead of having to hold that little button all the way and just letting it go till you get approximately where you want it, you can actually type in exactly what you want. Okay. What else was I going to say? What else did they do there? They numbered the shapes for the update. So all of your shapes and things like that have been numbered. You get to bring in background decorative. No, not on. That's the upgrade. Update also gave you in the sewing side and on the embroidery side, the projector has been enhanced and it moves much quicker. It's much more responsive. It doesn't take a while for it to follow you up there. It is instantaneous now, and that is the update. On the sewing side, you get guideline flip, which so let's say you're going along the right side and you've got your guideline set up for this side and you want to go along the left side at the same dimensions, you can just flip that guideline over so that you don't have to mess with it. No, Marilyn, the Artspira app will not work with the PE770 because it is not a wireless machine. It would work with the 1250E, which is the new 5x7-inch machine that Brother released. Okay. So those are updated features. Upgrade wise, what comes with the upgrade is a new stylus for the Luminaire, which has a nicer tip on it. So it's got the little plastic tip on it, small, and it's similar in size to this, but it's got the little flexible tip on the end of it as opposed to the hard piece on it. It is not electronic, so it will work it's nicely goes nice and smoothly across from that. Um, it has edge to edge quilting built in. So basically, you tell it what size embroidery, what size project you have going on. You pick, let me start back again. There are built in quilting, edge to edge quilting patterns that you would select from. So you select your pattern, you tell it what size your project is. You tell it what size hoop you're planning on embroidering it in, and it will divide it up just like it does the border feature for you. So it will divide it up for you, and then it will walk you through the whole process of doing the edge to edge quilting with the snowman positioning. It does the whole thing for you. It is pretty amazing. It has long stitch embroidery designs, and those are long stitches. So the machine slows down, and there's some built in long stitch embroidery designs in there. They added a new couching alphabet. So on the embroidery side, couching, you get a whole alphabet. That is one of the new ones. And there's some large connect embroidery designs. So, I mean, one of them was almost taller than I am. So it's kind of, that's pretty cool. There's a new foot controller, a new dual purpose foot controller that comes with it. And it has enhanced ergonomics to it. So you can separate them a little bit further apart. You can tell where the back kick is. It's got grooves on it. It's just an enhanced foot, which is really nice. Well, that would be my husband. Let's see here. What else? That is basically the upgrade. Trying to think if there's anything else I missed. Oh, there's a new infoot as well. The new infoot has a smoother coating on it to allow it to feed. It's a longer foot, so it basically maintains contact with the feed dogs longer, and it has stabilized edges so that it won't wiggle woggle on you. So that is that is the upgrade. And then as an optional accessory for anybody, there is a 10 5/8 by 10 or 10 by 10 magnetic frame, not 10 5/8, but 10 by 10 magnetic frame, which is really nice. It's the same style that the 9.5 by 14 is. So it's the same style, which is nice. And other part of the upgrade is you actually get to send decorative fills from PE Design over to my design center to use. So that one's swift as well. I'm super excited about that one because y'all know how I like my decorative fills. Okay, thanks. Yeah, the embroidery folders I covered, and I don't remember the fonts. The couching font is one of them. I'm trying to think if there's something else. Hold on, I'll go look. The nice thing is, if you update your Luminaire, you can kind of see what is there. Long stitch. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right. There are long stitch designs. There are the large connect embroidery designs. There are 2 new floral alphabets in the floral alphabet category. And if you update your machine, you're going to see what's grayed out so you'll know what you get. Okay. So that's kind of fun to see. The N Plus will work with any of the machines. Yes. So any with a longer J feet. Marilyn, yes, I've actually done a few on making your own decorative fills in PE Design 11. You can certainly go back and watch those, but I'm sure as I have not upgraded my machine yet because I'm waiting until after Friday after Heather and I do our class together. So I'm going to show what's in the update and she's going to show what's in the upgrade. So she's actually upgraded hers and I have just updated mine. That way we can actually show you what you'll see, what the differences between the two are. Okay. What else? Well, Kelly, if it came with the maid service or if it would go to the restroom for me, it would be fun. As far as I know, Karen, it is available right now. I do believe they are shipping. I do believe that is currently available. The Luminaire 3s are already in some stores. Some dealers went home with them. So they, as far as I know, they are shipping right now. The connectivity. Yes, large connect is for those whatever embroidery designs that are built in there. Now, having said that, if you split a design in P Design 11, it does the same type of thing. You're just not going to have the huge, I mean, they've already designed it for you. Okay. Let's see here. The 37D Artspira. Okay, you're going to get to play with the Artspira app and use that. So I think you'll enjoy that part of it. That is what you would be able to, that is what your enhancement is you're going to be able to use the Artspira app. So come September, October timeframe, you're going to see an update notification on your embroidery machine. Make sure you do that update, because if you do that update, that's going to give you, that's when Artspira is going live. So once you see that update, you're going to know, hey, I have Artspira now. So that's kind of fun. Yes, you can watch in the Education Connection if you're not able to be there live. We're going to be live 1:30 on Friday. After I get done with this, I have to schedule that one for us. Yes, the app is also going to work on the 1055X, any wireless enabled machine that has the internal wireless card. So like the Dream does not have an internal wireless card, but the Stillaire does. The 3700D has an internal wireless card. The 1700E has an internal wireless card. The Luminaire, the 1055X, the PR680W, the new 2850D, the new 1250E, and the new 1850D all have internal wireless cards. Okay. We'll talk more about that on Friday. I do not have it yet. Okay. We get an upgrade code. We do not have the enhanced foot controller yet, and I'll have to go back and read exactly what has been changed besides the the pedals being further apart, and you're able to actually, I mean, it's more ergonomic. So it's not just a tip and a flat. I think you have a groove on the bottom of it, if I recall correctly. But don't quote me on that. It also has a little nice wrap around it to where you, and a plug to where you can plug in your jack to where you do not mess it up if you take it off. They would not work in the same way, Kathy. You would have to go through P Design in order to split those. The ones that are built into the machine are the ones that are going to do the edge-to-edge quilting factor. Okay. All right, guys. You have to go through something. So you would, honestly, you would have to go through P Design 11, unless it's a design that's built into the Artspira app or into P Design 11. You would be able to send it wirelessly over your phone, because that's not how it connects. Okay. What are we talking about here? You've lost me totally, Karen. You've totally lost me. All right, guys. Any other questions about what's going to happen and what's there? What else did we introduce new? An airflow serger, so an air threading serger, and I have not actually got to physically touch that one yet. I got to see a prototype of it, but I have not actually physically touched it yet. I'm looking forward to that one. It looks like it's going to be awesome. Easy threading. The cost for the Artspira app is the perfect price, free. So it is the absolute amazing perfect price of free. So we can't complain too much about it, because once again, what did I say it costs? It's free. So yes, I missed you guys terribly, and I will miss you again next week. I thought I wasn't traveling until Wednesday of next week. Turns out I'm leaving to go to Grand Rapids on Tuesday. Evidently, that show is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday show. So if you're going to be in Grand Rapids next week, pop by the quilt show and see me because I'll be in the brother booth there. I believe Barb Michaelacek and I will be in the booth together. So if you know, let me know. Come by and stop and see us and say hi because we always like to see you guys when we're out and about. In the wild, you never know. And new financing available. So there you go. For those of you in the mood for a new machine, go check it out. There's pretty sweet deals. Having said that, if you buy the upgrade, you will for your first Luminaire, if you have upgraded it all the way, you basically have a Luminaire 3. The only difference is the cosmetic at that point. So if you have upgraded all the way along, you would have to have all of the upgrades in order to have a complete Luminaire 3 that doesn't have the same cosmetics. But that's the way Brother rolls. You can skip upgrades, obviously, but then you don't have every feature that's on the Luminaire 3. But if you roll them all in there, you will truly have a Luminaire 3. We do have a blast whenever we're going to go. Grand Rapids is the AQS show. Hold on, let's see if I can Google that. AQS. Grand Rapids. Let's see here. It is, let me share this with you. Let's see here. And that is next week. So here we are. It is at the Du Bois Place Convention Center. And these are the hours. So we're going to be there, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys there. So I have never been to this particular show. I have never been to this particular show at this venue, but I have been to other AQSs. So this is where we'll be, and we'll be there from Wednesday through Saturday. And come and let us know that you're there. Enjoy your week, the rest of your week. It is birthday week for me, so my birthday, I'm going to go to the doctor with my brother. So I'm leaving after I get done with this live and driving to Knoxville. You guys have a great rest of your week. If there's anything you have questions, let me know. Hey, somebody asked this question via my website, and I don't know what you mean. They want to know how to do a floating stitch. I need to see an example of what you're talking about for a floating stitch for me to be able to even think about it. So, hey, well then, Grandma, we share a birthday because tomorrow is mine as well. So, you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the week. And if I see you next week, if you come to the show, please be sure and come by and say hi to Barb and I. We'll love to see you. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye. And thanks for keeping us in your prayers. We appreciate that. We need them. So, all right. Bye. See ya.